Hello and welcome back. This is different from my usual content of machine learning and 2D, 3D design, so let me know if you want more or less of this kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to show my clear of Contingency Contract number 1, Battle Plan Pyrolysis on the global server. The only time where I play Arknights is when I'm on the train or I'm in a meeting. And if you're an engineer, you know that meetings are useless, so you better find something to do. And this is what I do usually. This is a variation of the clear where Exia handles the entire right side of the map, and I saw it from this video by Dr. Reborn on YouTube. For the risks, these are what I took. Pretty standard. These two up here, these two, everything down here, and then all that. The reason why I am taking this contract right here, so deployment limit is reduced to 5, is that if you take max squad size reduced to 7 operators, you might run into some DP problems, or the timing is way too tight. I found that if you bring a full roster and restrict your deployment limit, you have a lot of leeway to do something wrong and still get around it. So the mandatory operators that you need are Bagpipe, Innis, Exia, Suzerain, Suture, and Myrtle. And you also need Mylnar. So let's go ahead and try to find one. Okay, Ronan, thank you. The other probably necessary operator that you need is Neural the Radiant Knight to get around the deployment limit, because her second skill here lets you deploy even if you're at the limit. The skills here are Exia skill 3, and then Innis skill 2, Bagpipe skill 2 because you're going to use her as a helidrop assassin. Suture obviously skill 3 and skill 3 for Suzerain as well. The other two units that I brought are these two vanguards, Saidaha, her Japanese pronunciation, and also Flametail. Units that you don't really need are Scotty and Virtuosa, so I never actually ended up using her, so you can bring someone else that you want. Another supporter or something. Sure, Angelica, I don't care. You also need a really strong guard that can 1v1. Down here, I picked Irene because I don't have Chen or Scotty built. Everything looks good here. Let's get started. Alright, right away, deploy Myrtle. Go ahead, and when your skill's active, run it. When you're at 11 DP, deploy Innis right here on this tile. Use her skill right away until it runs out, and then retreat her. When you're at 14 DP, deploy Exia on the right. Okay, let this go. Once Innis is done using her entire skill, retreat her and then deploy Mylnar right away. If you don't do this, he won't have enough SP to use his skill in a few moments. Once you have enough skill points for Myrtle, do that. And then when you're at 9 DP, bring out Flametail. And after Flametail, bring out Saidaha. Now, once you use her skill, just retreat Flametail. Deploy Saidaha. And when you're at 18 DP, deploy Suture in this tile up here. But remember to deploy her right after the fireball is used. So wait for him to use the fireball. Okay, done. Suture on here, activates Myrtle's skill, and notice there's a caster coming down right here. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. Use Mylnar's skill. Once this attacks Saidaha once, deploy Neural to assassinate him. And then once this gets down to around like 40% HP, you can go ahead and retreat Suture. If you don't do that, the timing later is going to be very tight. Wait for Neural to assassinate the second soldier here and then retreat her. Okay, now the hectic part is done, and when you're at 9 enemies deployed, Innis will be up. Deploy her down like that. 3 enemies will spawn here, and make sure to activate her skill when the enemies get to this tile, because then they'll be in her attack range. Use skills as they come off cooldown. So now here, might have been a little late here, but should be fine. Better late than sorry, because you might not be able to kill all these enemies at once. This caster is going to attack Saliage. Okay, and then once that's done, bring out bagpipe. I think sailage. Okay, so yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. As long as that caster gets killed, you're still safe. So now that it's like this, put suzerain up here and then Arturia down here. This just makes it a little bit easier. Eventually Myrtle will die because these drones will hit her. So I retreated that to save her. And the next phase is just to wait until there's a soldier that comes over here to this tile. And that's when you activate all the skills. And then you're also waiting for Innis and Suture to come up because you need to assassinate a car up here. So wait, be patient. We need Innis to come up. Otherwise, we can't see this drone. So go ahead, activate skill here. Activate this as well. Remember Innis left her tracking thing over there? So now use Mylnar's skill. Actually, just as long as both drones are deployed, then dump everything here. And now we need suture to kill this car over here. So it's going to be really tight. Suture here. Make sure all the drones are killed. Okay, all the drones are dead. Activate. Kill the car. It's very tight. See, okay, we barely made it here. Now that this is over here, we want a guard to assassinate these casters. The casters can't see into the bushes. Okay, like that. And we should probably be home free. You could just have retreat this, have some help over here. Irene should be able to take care of all of these by herself. And now we should just have people streaming down here and here. And that should be it. Remember, we still have Nero coming back up, which we will use to assassinate this big magician dude over there. But all in all, this should be cleared. You can eventually retreat Mylnar if you don't need him. You probably don't, but I like having my units down here for peace of mind because I get scared. You also have insurance because Innis will come up. So this should be it. Should be done. Irene will kill this guy if he doesn't get killed first. Yep, good. And we can just wait until the very end because he's taking dot damage as he walks through this field. So we have our neural, good old neural. And for style points, let's just retreat everything. We are a no unit society. Have him assassinate that. And we're done. Amazing, amazing. So there you go. 620 is enough to get the medal. Continue. And I don't know, you can go ahead, screenshot this, show it to your friends. There it is. Very easy, very smooth to do. Okay, so now that you're done, you got your medal, go to archives, path to glory, edit, and put your medal here. Because what's the point of going through all that work if we can't show it off to people? Thanks for watching, and I hope this was interesting to follow. See you next time. Bye.